What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another offseason rebuild here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today's offseason rebuild technically is going to be the Celtics, even though this is more so of a big trade rebuild. Obviously, they made that pretty big blockbuster move a couple days ago with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They sent Kemba Walker, a couple picks over to Oklahoma City, Al Horford, Moses Brown, came back to Boston, and honestly, I gave my full, pretty much unbiased thoughts in a video the other day. I forgot to actually link it to into my Kemba Thunder rebuild yesterday, but I'll try to remember to put the link in the description in the comment section of this one if you guys do want to check that out, because I'm not going to really be getting too much into my thoughts here anyways on this one. But before doing this one, if you guys have any other video ideas, feel free to comment them down below. That's a lot of belows. Yeah, I love taking your guys' video ideas, and it's honestly, it's so fun just to see some of the things you guys come up with. And as always, we're on the road to 30K. If you guys could sub, it would really help the channel out. So taking a look at this roster right now, it's interesting to say the least. I think there's definitely a logjam at the center spot now, and I know I saw a lot of people mentioning the idea of Al Horford moving to the power forward spot. Al Horford hasn't been a power forward since like 2013, 2014. I just don't think he has the speed anymore, if I'm being honest, especially with the direction the NBA is going today. So yeah, I'm definitely more worried about figuring out the point guard position. I'm also going to mention I don't think, unlike in real life, let me just double check this so there's no way. So it is a team option, which is interesting. So I don't really, it's weird how they have that laid out, because there's like 14.5 million guaranteed in that second season for Al. So I guess there's really no way to do that in 2K, just because, again, 2K doesn't really give a shit. So I might go ahead and pick up the team option after next year and then go ahead and probably trade him. You know, I love Al Horford as a Celtic. I think his impact is tremendous. But again, I just don't really think a 35, 36-year-old center is going to be helping these two young studs win a championship. So that being said, we definitely do need to make some trades. We no longer have our first-round draft pick, unfortunately. We have our second-round pick here. Nobody even wants it. So staff signing, unfortunately, like, I don't really know what to do with Brad Stevens. I'm probably going to fire him just because he's technically not the head coach, and he can't really be the GM. Technically, he's the president of basketball operations, but he can't really do that because technically I'm that right now. So I'll fire Brad Stevens. Why the hell not? I'll go ahead and, like, are there any possible, like, are there any head coaching candidates here that the Celtics are, like, actually kind of looking at? I'm not really seeing any, so I'm not going to play games. At the end of the day, it's just a head coach. So I'll sign Steven Silas. Jamie Young, you have bad ratings. Jay Larranaga actually is a coaching candidate for the Celtics, but he's probably not who I think is going to get it. Only two, that sucks. Only a B-plus trainer, so we only get 2 untapped potentials. So we'll sign Owen Masters as well. Help with some trades. We're up to the draft. We're obviously not going to be drafting anybody right here, but, you know, I don't know. Do I maybe want, this is a totally unrealistic rebuild. I want to, you know, definitely emphasize that right now. What do I want to do? I think Thompson's definitely going to be gone. I'm going to have to figure out the center's rotation, you know, because obviously Robert Williams is going to be here as well, and he's starting in my opinion. I don't really want to start Peyton Pritchard. I'm going to send Grant Williams to the Sun at some point. So I think I do like Nesmith off the bench. We might be in a 9-man rotation. Tatum's obviously not getting a backup, but then again, I guess Brown is at the small forward spot. All right, I need to make some sort of trade. I'll be back. So the Phoenix Suns have the 9th overall pick. I'm going to see if they'll go ahead and give me that for Carson Edwards, Tristan Thompson, and our second-round pick this year. I think this might be... Oh, well, I will take that. I don't really know who I'm going to be targeting here. I don't really think that, like, a Cade Cunningham or a Jalen Suggs is going to be here, but yeah, Suggs and Cunningham go 2 and 3. So Davion Mitchell would have been a nice pickup as well, but we're probably just going to go best available. Usman Garuba is here, and again, power forward's kind of a little bit of a need right now. The Celtics don't really have a nice backup power forward, so I might honestly just take him there. So yeah, I mean, I guess technically Tatum is our power forward right now, so again, if we do go 9-man, he probably won't have a backup, but Garuba can hopefully develop, maybe get some minutes somewhere, or just be a trade piece. So Robert Williams is definitely back. I'm going to bring back Grant Williams and then send him to Pluto, and then Romeo Langford, who, yes, surprisingly does actually exist. Celtics first-round pick a couple years back. Will be coming back to this team. So I actually think Romeo Langford has a decent amount of potential. He's a very long wingspan. He's actually a pretty solid defensive player. And they give him a C- perimeter D, like just more evidence of 2K not watching basketball. I'm not saying he should be like an A- or anything, but like a B- to maybe a B is actually pretty fair for Romeo Langford if you actually watch some Celtics games 2K. But I don't know, man. All right, Grant Williams, goodbye. Oh my God, I seriously, man, I cannot stand another season of him being on my Celtics. I can't, dude. It's painful. Legitimately painful. So if we take a look at the roster right now before we go into free agency, we do have Evan Fournier, who is a free agent for us. I could roll out a rotation of technically having Marcus Smart start at the point guard spot, having Fournier moved to the shooting, or not move, but started shooting guard, Brown, Tatum, and then Robert Williams. But I don't really know if I love that idea. I mean, I definitely don't mind it. We do have a serious logjam here. I don't know. I think I'm definitely going to bring Fournier back just because, again, I don't really have money. Chris Paul made it. God damn it. That would have been cool. We do have bird rights in Evan Fournier. I'm hoping this is somewhat, realistic. Maybe not years-wise, but money-wise to the contract he gets in real life. So we can probably sign him for, like, maybe 12.75 for, I'll do 2 years and a player option. So basically a 1-and-1. Actually, let me redo this. It's going to be 12.75. We're going to do 3 years in a player option. I like that a little bit better. I don't know why I exited out instead of changing it. He likes our offer the best. He has an offer for the Bucks as well. Semi Ojeleye, unfortunately, no thank you. Jabari Parker actually has a contract. It's just not fully guaranteed with the Celtics. Luke Cornetta is a free agent, but I don't really need to bring back Jabari. We have Garuba anyway. So, sorry, that took a while, but I don't know. I'm not making a big trade right now. That's definitely not happening. So I guess I will slide. I mean, notice his overall. He goes down to 77, so I just won't change his position. But, man, I know Marcus Smart was a point guard technically, coming into the NBA. I just feel like I would rather have one of these guys coming off the bench, preferably Fournier, just for scoring purposes. And again, I guess really one of our only veterans off the bench is going to be Horford. Unfortunately, Moses Brown just really isn't going to get minutes because I cannot fathom running 3 centers. I can't do it. So especially in today's league. So I guess we're all set. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 1. So we have the starting 5 set here for year number 1. Again, it really pains me because Moses Brown is probably technically our second best center right now. The 2K legitimately wanted him to be our 6th man, getting like 27 minutes a game. I'm not going to give him minutes this year. It might be dumb. I just don't see a way that I can run a 3-man center rotation, and this is technically an Al Horford Celtics rebuild, so I need to have him on the team for at least one season. I'm not just going to bench Al Horford. It'd be really stupid, especially, in this hypothetical rebuild. So we're not going to be doing that, but Marcus Smart, Evan Fournier, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams. My goal for next season is to figure out point guard and have one of these 2 guys move to the bench. I think that's a very lofty goal because, again, having Fournier in the starting lineup takes a lot away from the Celtics off the bench in their scoring department. It's already a very weak bench that they do have. A lot of young guys who seemingly never really work out to their supposed potential. But I'll be excited to see if Celtics Danny or not. It feels weird. It's not saying Danny. If Brad Stevens brings back Fournier this offseason, I think he likes him a lot. Peyton Pritchard is going to be my 6th man here. I do want to get a really solid point guard option off the bench. He actually develops very well in this game. So 77 overall, only 23 years old. Who actually did he win Pac-12 Player of the Year at Oregon? I believe he did. Al Horford back here on this team, 79 overall, 18 minutes a night. Aaron D. Smith, then Romeo Langford, and then if we need him, Moses Brown is here. It's like a crime, man, honestly, not playing him, but is what it is. He'll be the backup next year. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So we wrap up year number 1 here. Joel Embiid does win the MVP award, finally gets that coveted MVP award. 29 points, 15 boards, 3 assists for him. We end as a 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Surprised, to say the least? Yes, I am. Cade is your Rookie of the Year in, I almost said Phoenix. Cleveland. Kemba does win 6th man of the year, our old friend there. I don't think they personally would have him off the bench. I don't really even know if Kemba Walker is going to play a game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Don't get me wrong, I already said this in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to get too into it. I legitimately would not be surprised if Sam Presti was so good of a GM that he either found some sort of way to get some sort of value for him right now, whether the Thunder eat some of his contract and they trade him to another team for some sort of pick, or they let him play out a year and then pick up his player option, and then they go ahead and trade him next offseason. I think both of those are very real possibilities that are just going to make Sam Presti look even more of a genius than he is. Peyton Pritchard wins most improved off the bench for us. 14 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. I knew he was going to get hired. Is he Memphis's head coach? Oh, my God. That's gross. All right, 53 and 29 is our record for us. Let's check out some player stats right now. Tatum, oh, my God. He get All-NBA first team because he definitely should have with those numbers. Yes, he did. That would make sense. Jaylen Brown soon behind him. Was an All-Star this year. Didn't make an All-NBA team, but still a good year. Fournier was solid as well. Peyton Pritchard, Yogi Fast, the glitch. How has the glitch seemingly gotten worse? How has that become more of a thing in 2K? You don't update my NBA. How is that getting? I don't get it, man. Charlotte here in the first round. LaMelo, Monk, Jalen McDaniels, PJ Washington, and now they picked up Rudy Gobert, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. They can't guard Terrence fucking Mann. And I'm not getting into that right now. Philadelphia, Ben Simmons. Man's getting paid $30 million to do cardio. Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. I'm probably pissing off 76ers fans. Sorry, Boston still owns Philadelphia. And we got our old friend Kyrie Irving here. James Harden, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris had some tough looks tonight, or I guess technically last night. In that Game 7. Man, what a game, by the way. Oh, my God. Crazy game. And what in the world? Who did they... Man, okay, don't... don't get me wrong. I want to make myself abundantly clear right now. I think Memphis is going to be a very solid team, and like, not that they're already not a good team. They obviously made the playoffs. They beat the Golden State Warriors in the play-in, but I just think that the way that 2K does this with some of these young teams, like the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans, especially those two teams, when they're winning championships next year, it's just, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. There's just not, it's a pipe dream, man. Like, come on. Some things, man. All right, league meetings right now, as you all know. Oh my God, that would be so nice with this team, but I can't do that. I'm just gonna go. As you all know, I reject these pretty much every time. Draft lottery time. Unfortunately, nothing for us really here with the Celtics. The days of Celtics having like 3 first-round picks in every single draft are over. C-Loss is obviously not going anywhere. I want an A trainer, so give me Sean Navarro. Fuck you, Sean. Like, seriously? You're a fucking trainer. Who the hell do you think you are? Like, do you have more enticing offers other places? My bad, I guess. I will stick with 2 untapped potentials, I guess. So, we have pick 18 from the Bulls. I believe we got that for Grant Williams, which is one of the biggest deals in NBA history. 29 of our own pick and 28 as well in the second round. So, unfortunately, I'm probably just going to move all these picks. I don't really see myself going ahead and really using these for anything. So, we're going to do another deal with the Bulls. We're going to go ahead and take a Hawks pick probably for just some sort of other first-round pick. We'll do it from the Grizzlies. Actually, the Grizzlies just won a finals. That makes no sense. We'll do it from the Timberwolves. So we'll not be drafting anybody this year. A decent amount of young talent on this team. We are going to be bringing back Moses Brown. I think Al Horford's time here has kind of come to... Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Is Al Horford not on this team anymore? Did he retire? If I go up here and look at retirements, it's going to do that little glitch thing, but screw it. Did Al Horford retire? Al Horford retired. I wanted to trade him. That kind of sucks, honestly, but it is what it is. So we still don't have a ton of cap space. Robert Williams and Marcus Smart obviously both has to be brought back. So, I mean, the little cap space we did have was going to be used on them anyways. So that sucks. I really wanted to trade Al Horford, but we're going to go ahead and bring back Rob Williams on that qualifying offer again, just because I think bringing him back on a cheap deal makes sense, especially when we're going to be keeping him here the whole time. Who put Jeff Green back on the Celtics? Oh my God, one of the worst experiences of all time. Had a tremendous first game for the Celtics and then just sucked so much for the rest of his tenure there. Oh my God. All right, I need to make some upgrades, man. I'll see you guys with the trade. So we're going to go after a guy I really don't get a lot, and before people flame me, let me just hang on a second. One, I know Fred VanVleet unfairly regresses in this game. It's total bullshit. He's legitimately only 28 years old. Look at his numbers from last year. Basically had a career year there in what is up with me saying wrong cities? I just said Phoenix again. I don't know why the Suns are on my mind right now. In Toronto, and he kind of fills a need, especially, with some scoring that we really honestly do need. So, Fournier had a solid year for us again. I don't know what in the world what is up with these little glitches that's happening here in 2K? Like, what in the world? He was literally on our team. He didn't take a pit stop in Lakerville and then move over to Philadelphia. Like, what in the world? Okay, you'll see my whole game plan. I have it set up. I'll give it my first round pick next year, and then can I get this done? Maybe 1 future first from us, and then maybe 2 seconds would be preferable. Oh, God, come on. Okay, they agree to it. So, welcome to the team, Fred VanVleet. I think that probably leaves us in a weird spot right now, because I do still consider, I'm very much considering starting Pritchard. Just had a really solid year for us of 14 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3 assists. I mean, he shot 38%, 38.5% from free, 42% from the field. Crazy good per 36 numbers. So, obviously neither Marcus Smart or Fred VanVleet are really technically bench players. I mean, Smart theoretically does come off the bench for the Celtics occasionally. I mean, he definitely used to when Hayward was here. But I don't know. I think I'm going to run Smart off the bench. Not that he provides scoring off the bench, so I definitely need to get a backup point guard that can score the basketball. So we're going to work on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to Peyton Pritchard, I think. So DeLon Wright can come in here. I mean, we take a look at his numbers. Not exactly, putting up 20 points a game, but it's probably as good as we're going to get for a backup off the bench. So DeLon Wright in a 3-year deal, just under $8 million a season. Fine by me. So I'll see you guys now at the start of year number 2. All right, so here we are at the start of year number 2 right now. I'm excited to give Peyton Pritchard the nod. He actually did show a decent amount of potential for the Celtics this year in real life. I think it was definitely it was rare moments rather than consistency, I would say, for him. But, that's a lot of Brad Stevens coaching and his rotations and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see what he can do for us here. Again, I'm not saying he's going to be here our starter for the rest of the video, but, give the young kid a shot. I'm excited to see what he can do. Peyton Pritchard, Fred VanVleet, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams is how it's going to look here for the starting five for year number 2. I think moving Smart to the bench definitely does upgrade the bench a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those diehard like green teamers that thinks Marcus Smart's the best thing since sliced bread and has to remain on this Celtics team in order for them to ever win a championship in the next 75 fucking years. Like, this isn't the 04 curse of the Bambino Red Sox happening right now. Let me just make myself perfectly clear. If the right trade comes up, I will trade Marcus Smart without hesitation. So I can just see the comments already. Oh, you didn't trade Marcus Smart for somebody that would have been way better. Well, thanks, but thank you for your opinion, but I'm just going to keep with what I know what I'm doing. Moses Brown finally getting some recognition here. DeLon Wright is our backup point guard. Aaron Nesmith as well. Unfortunately, Garuba just really doesn't have a spot. I'm not taking minutes away from Tatum. Him playing 38 minutes a game is pretty much crucial to us being a 1, 2, 3 seed here in the East, so we're going to roll with it. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. It's a thing of beauty, ain't it, man? I've just been sitting here for a couple seconds just admiring this. I'm waiting for the day it happens in real life. Jason Tatum, MVP. It's going to happen. It'll happen at some point, I hope. Jason Tatum, your MVP to end year number 2 here. 33.5 points, 7.5 boards, 5 assists, 1 steal, half a block, 57% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc. God, you love to see it. Victor's your rookie of the year in Toronto. Domantas Sabonis. Who the hell are you backing up? What, did prime Tim Duncan come in and start starting for the... I don't know why I keep saying Phoenix. What is wrong with me? The Indiana Pacers, Jonathan Isaac, Kier Lewis Jr., Steven Silas. We go 67-15. Wow, this team was a lot better than I thought we were. All right, player stats in the year. Tatum obviously won MVP. You saw his numbers. Brown, VanVleet provide a little more scoring. You know, again, Fournier honestly did have better numbers, but I prefer the overall. I'm one of those little overall junkies. I say that in Peyton Pritchard's a 79 overall starting at point guard for us. You saw his numbers, Nesmith. Robert Williams doing exactly what I need him to do. I haven't even gone over this. I would like to see his interior defensive rating. Okay, it's an A. I was just making sure 2K wasn't doing some bullshit where they sleep on everybody and giving them... Why does Kevin Durant have to be on this team, man? This is not... You're telling me this team won how many games? Where's the... I mean, I guess I can just go to standing. Like, how many... Like, what? You're telling me that team won 42 games? I mean, there's just not a chance in hell that that's happening with that team. But nonetheless, we win in 5. Kevin Durant does not beat the Celtics. Typically, he's pretty good at that. But Cunningham, Sexton, Okoro, K-Love, and Jarrett Allen. I feel bad for Kevin Love, man. Just toughing it out there in Cleveland still. Simmons, Shake Milton, Dorian Finney-Smith, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. All right, let's see if we still on Philadelphia. We do. And we got the classic, man. 2 teams tied for the most championships in NBA history. Pat Beverly, oh my God. There's a better chance of me starting at point guard for the Lakers before Patrick Beverly ever signs with them. There's just not a chance that would ever happen. All right, let's see what happens here. We do go on to win in 5. Jason Tatum, age of 25, gets his first MVP, his first finals MVP, and his first ring. You'll love to see it, man. So we're up to league meetings now. We finally got a championship. I am happy. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. What is this? What are we playing? Hockey here? I mean, what kind of rule is this? You know, like, what are we doing? Draft lottery, I don't think I traded for any picks. I also did trade a lot of my picks for Fred VanVleet. Oh, my God. Houston, man, doing the rebuild right, I guess. Orlando ends up with the number 1 overall pick. We're obviously not signing or firing our head coach after he's won us a championship. Give me that A-trainer, please, for the love of God. Thank you. I finally get through untapped potentials. We will head up to the NBA draft now. Let's see what we got in stock for us. Oh, my God, I thought this was the 4th overall pick. That would have been cool, but unfortunately, we're just not going to be using that today. VanVleet does decline. I definitely do want to get him back. Obviously, a key piece to our championship team for us here. We had Caleb Martin on our team. That's interesting. So, VanVleet's going to get a contract. Same with Robert Williams. I can give him almost 35 mil. You know, I don't mind him, but I think it's probably going to be one of those seasons where he's going to regress a little bit, and I definitely can go ahead and get somebody better for him. I do have a decent amount of picks remaining as well, so I might go ahead and trade him. You know, it's nothing personal against him. I just think ultimately I want a championship. The pressure's off. I can try to experiment a little bit. Well, let's see what we got here. Let's see what's in stock. And again, that's not me saying that I'm going to keep Peyton Pritchard over him or anything. It's just more of a money thing for me at this point, and me kind of wanting to switch things up, especially as a Celtics fan. So I'll see you guys with some sort of trade. So this is actually a pretty fun trade. I'm actually, you know, it's a hypothetical that would have been kind of crazy if the Celtics ended up keeping the 1st overall pick, drafting Markelle Fultz, not making probably a very considered bad trade in NBA history with the 76ers on their end. But yeah, we're going to try this one out. Fred VanVleet, Usman Garuba, 2 first-round picks for Jonathan Isaac and Markelle Fultz. Now, the way this is going to work, Tatum's going to go down to small forward. Brown's going to go down to shooting guard. His overall goes down for some reason. But I really like the defensive addition, especially of Jonathan Isaac. So I don't mind giving Fultz a shot. He's really a guy I never get. So, I mean, might as well give it a try. Brown's getting Brown and Smart are going to be the shooting guards. And I'm ultimately really happy with this team. So I really like what Aaron Nesmith's been doing for us. I just think we can probably use his overall. Tatum's a 98. We can probably use his contract somewhere else, maybe going ahead and upgrading our backup power forward spot. Probably honestly going to do that. We'll package him into Delon Wright for a new backup power forward. We're going to pretty much call this one a day. I really like the way this team's looking right now. So I'm looking for a power forward. Actually, in Chris Boucher, we can get Tyrese Maxey for free, basically. I can get a Kongwu. I don't want to get a Chua. I get him a lot. I'm going to take Thad Young, actually. Good veteran off the bench. Thad Young, welcome to the team. You're going to be going down to power forward. You're going to be backing up Jonathan Isaac. This team's in a really fun spot. I also think this team's better. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. So I do kind of feel really bad for Peyton Pritchard. I mean, he just won a championship with us as our starting point guard, playing 30-plus minutes a night, and he's legitimately the last guy on our rotation now. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. By the way, that is an all-time bad saying. I'm so mad at myself for saying that. But really fun what if here. The Celtics were, I think everybody honestly thought they were going to draft Fultz at the time. They had Isaiah Thomas on their team. Not that there were questions with Isaiah, but a lot of people were saying, they're not going to win a championship with him, especially at his size. Markelle Fultz looked obviously really solid coming out of Washington at the time. It made sense as a fit. Oh my God, I cannot thank Danny Ainge enough. The fact that he made that trade and ended up drafting Jason Tatum. But that being said, they'll be teammates now. And again, hopefully Markelle Fultz is, bouncing back. I know he had injury problems, obviously, and, a whole lot of problems that, a lot of guys shouldn't have to face at the start of their career, and a lot of criticism as well. But, most of it deserved, but we'll see. Markelle Fultz, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jonathan Isaac, and Robert Williams. Our bench unit, Marcus Smart, Moses Brown, Thad Young, and Peyton Pritchard getting 12 minutes a night, man. He went from playing, the entire, not entire game, but he's playing 33, 34 minutes, whatever a game last year, down to basically playing legitimately a quarter. Probably just going to be in there when Fultz gets tired. So that sucks, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final season. Hopefully we can go back-to-back. So Nikola Jokic signs with the Bulls. He's actually a free agent, the past offseason. We didn't see that. And wins MVP. I think we just made Kenny's day right there. 24 points, just under 16 boards, 7 assists. You can take a look at the rest of his numbers right there. Quentin Grimes, Rookie of the Year for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brogdon, 6th Man of the Year. And Charlotte, wow, Brogdon and LaMelo would be a very interesting backcourt. Our friend Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. Dude just wins multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards every video. I don't get it. Like, does he have higher, attributes or tendencies than everybody at defensive positions? Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a crazy thing that Jonathan Isaac will win a Defensive Player of the Year. I don't find that, wildly unbelievable. But him winning 2 to 3 a video might be a bit of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Moses Moody, most improved. Steven Silas, we go 65 and 17, 2 games worse than last year. It's still 65 plus wins, so I'm cool with that. Tatum, again, an absolute stud. Jaylen Brown, Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, Robert Williams, Moses Brown. This team's doing very well. I'm very happy. We got the Toronto Raptors here in the first round. Sky Clark, Gary Trent Jr., Chris Middleton, OG Anunoby, Nikola Vucevic. They're doing a good job of rebuilding there, and just fortunately, we're a little bit better. Us and Charlotte, LaMelo, Fournier, Nasir Little, PJ Washington, and Rudy Gobert. Old friend Evan Fournier there. Did I trade him to Charlotte? Or did he? I don't know. Maybe he declined his option, was a free agent. I don't really know. White, Matthew Merrill, Patrick Williams, Larry Markkinen still there. And wow, what a fun front court this would be. Probably not the best defensively. I'm actually interested to see where Larry Markkinen ends up this offseason. I don't think he's going to be back with the Bulls, but we'll see. Wow, we got a matchup here with the team that won the finals in the first season versus the team that won it in the second season. Morant, Richardson, Desmond Bane, Julius Randle, and Xavier Tillman. We're just a lot better than them. Bro. You lying, be kidding me, right? Like, there's no way. Don't get me wrong. They are solid. Like, that is a solid group right there. But, like, what are we doing here? I mean, seriously? I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever. We won a championship. It is what it is. All right. Nonetheless, we got this one done. I know it's funny calling this an Al Horford Celtics rebuild, even though technically Al Horford would never really actually... I mean, he was on the team for a season and then just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to let $27 million go and just retire. But it is what it is. I'm happy with the outcome of this one. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below. It does help out the channel. It helps with the YouTube algorithm quite a bit. If you guys want to subscribe, you guys have been doing super well with subs lately. Still 30-something% of you guys. We're down to like 39% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subs, so I do appreciate it. I want to get that number to 0% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed. That would be absolutely insane. Actually, really, technically wouldn't, because I do want to grow my audience. But you know what I'm saying? As always, though, thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.